I was born in Irwin, North Carolina. I got separated from my family. I lived in foster homes when I was a kid. I didn't have a dad. Um, as I got older, at the age of 18, I started being independent on my own and paid my bills. And I joined the Navy Reserves, and I'm a military brat. I love my country. I do anything for anybody, and so anyway, I up until to the age of 20 years ago, I moved to Nashville. I lived I moved different locations to have a place to live, and had some problems, ran into the wrong crowd, fell down, but I got myself back up. But 8 months ago, I had a place, and we were trying to help some friends out, and it ended up in a domestic violence situation. Rent money got stolen, rent got behind. Um, People come over, and my apartment was going through my stuff, and let stuff come up missing. So I had to go to court, and they evicted me and I explained though it wasn't all my fault. I had problems with people. I had to borrow money from friends, and I had to pay back with interest. So yeah, my financial situation got out of hand, and which caused me to get kicked out on the street. I've been on the street for 8 months. I have a son, a friend I met over a year ago, and he looks at me as a father figure. I'm 61. I'm also a 40-year survivor living with HIV. I've been under detective most of the time. I got a big heart. I love everybody for who they are. I try to respect people for who they are. I don't cause no trouble. I mind my own business, and since I've been homeless in the last 8 months, I keep my area clean. I do comply with people's wishes that wherever I'm at. I don't cause no trouble. Now, since I've been on the street for the past 8 months, I have run into some altercations with a handful of people, or guys, whatever, trying to pick a fight, intimidate me. And of course, we had in the last week, I have been threatened, falsely accused of using the N-word, which I don't ever do. And I've been asked some places where I've been staying. The police came to me, which I appreciate, and I'm grateful for what they did, instead of just arresting me, because not everybody out on the street are bad people. I mean, there are some bad homeless people out here. We've had stuff stolen, but I'm a good guy, and if I could help somebody out, within my means, I'm going to help. I am a military brat. I love my country. And right now, I'm in the process of becoming a member of the Church of Nazarene. I've already been over there the last couple of weeks to their services during the day. And I eat at night, in the afternoon at their church. And I did ask to become a member at the Church of Nazarene. And over across the parking lot of Little Fishes, I do go eat there. But I have this friend that's been staying with me that looks at me like a father figure. He calls me Dad. I'm not married. I don't have no kids. I'm a bachelor. I've never had the opportunity to date a girlfriend or whatever. But I'm trying to be a dad to him, and I look at him like a son. He has seizures. He is bipolar. He just lost his mom. He lost his fiance during COVID. And there's been some incidents where my adopted son has has some seizures, and people have been ransacking his pockets. Instead of helping the guy, they're stealing from him, which is low down and inhumane. And I'm the only one that keeps him safe. I've been turned down three apartments, and I'm a veteran because I care about somebody I work for his safety because of his seizures and his bipolar. He is going through a lot. He's at a funeral right now, and he needs all the support he can get. So that's where I'm at right now.
You said that people are attacking and intimidating you. Where are these people? And
They were just around here a while ago. One of them's right over there by the gate right now. He came in there and he started sitting in my friend's seat. And I wasn't being mean. I just said, hey, this is my friend's seat. He starts going off on me and saying I'm racist, and I called his brother a dick, the N-word. I don't even like cussing. So then he came back and apologized because he falsely accused me of me saying the N-word to one of his brothers or whatever. And then he came last night, tried to start some crap out here in the parking lot. And then another individual got involved in our little group. We got her and her lady friend, me and my son, and another friend was out here, and he came up to talk to a lady friend here, and apparently he thought the guy thought that we was I don't know, did something wrong or whatever, but he got involved in it when he shouldn't have. So then he started making threats. So I mean, it's been a little heated contemplations around here. And
you say you've only been in this area for how long?
About 2 weeks. About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
It's about 2 weeks.
Before here, where were you?
I was at the Woodland Street Bridge, right there where the Birch Building, the courthouse is.
Okay.
We did used to stay at the towers in the cubbyhole, but we were told to leave and can't sleep there during the day.
Right.
Which I've always respected that, you know. But we've been staying over the wall and underneath the bridge when it rains. We were on the other side of the bridge where the Woodland Street Bridge is, like where the observation tower and the main courthouse and the Birch Building. That was our main area when we got put out on the streets. Now we did spend some time at the mission, the rescue mission, and I've had some people come to me and ask me why don't I stay there. Well, first of all, I'm a 40-year survivor living with HIV. And second of all, it's not healthy there.
It's not healthy at the mission?
The bathrooms are nasty. People don't clean up after themselves. They trash, toilet paper all over the place. Shit all over the toilet. I went in and stayed there for almost 2 months, I think, being in a wheelchair. I had severe pain in my left knee, so I couldn't walk. So I had to stay in a wheelchair there. And the whole time I was there, people sitting around like, not trying to be funny, like there were zombies, like The Walking Dead. And we get kicked out of the day room twice a day, every day at the mission, because everybody don't want to clean up their mess.
So y'all get penalized. 'Cause
We
they
get
have to come in
penalized
and clean
because
up the
people that stand there don't want to take care of their own mess.
What about rooms at the end?
Room at the end's only for vets.
So
It was for vets there for a long while.
Yeah, they got vets living upstairs,
right,
but
but you don't want to leave everybody.
the main reason why I've had somebody offer me to go there, I've had one offer me to Matthew 25, and the main reason why I turned him down because of my son having seizures, and I'm the only one that's been there for him and keeps him safe. Because when I'm not around him, he has had seizures on his own when we're not together, and people has been robbing him. No, I don't know what happens. I don't know where he goes. I just know he goes out on these little side missions, little field trips on his own, and next thing I know, he's had a seizure. But it's not a codependency thing. It's more like when I first met him, he was breathing really bad. He was down the dumps. He didn't want to live. You know, I'm a God Christian man. I come from a Christian family. I'm one of God's children. I don't want to see anybody die or take their own life at that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when somebody comes to me and they're down their nuts and they're talking about he wants to die, I'm going to try to encourage him to do the opposite. And that's my job.
That's right.
God got me here for a reason because that's what? He's kept me alive for 40 years. I was diagnosed at 18. I was just a baby. Diagnosed with HIV. I'm 61 now. 40 years later. I know there's a higher power out there. I know there's a God. And he's got me here for a purpose. And I got faith in him because he's never let me down. He's always been there. I've always had a roof. I never had problems with food. And if I do end up on the street, it's because of my own doing. I take responsibility for my own action. And I'm in it. Yes, I screwed up and I fell down. I made a mistake. I met the wrong crowd. Let my guard down. And I ended up, not all of it's my fault. I mean, I take full responsibility for.
But you're human.
Yeah, I'm only human. You know,
You're human.
We're all
That's only
human.
natural. That's natural.
You know, it's a natural thing. You know, but I'm willing to better myself and to move forward and not make that mistake again. And I'm hoping that opportunity comes soon. I think my encouragement is no matter how down someone is, try to lift them up, encourage them because in God's eyes, one of their commandments is love thy neighbor. We're all brothers and sisters, and we should stick with each other and help each other out and when they're down.
Correct.
Because
You don't know when you're going to
you
be
don't
in that
know
same
when your
situation.
time comes. You know what?
Fact.
I wake up every morning.
You don't never know when you're going to be in that
You
same
never
situation.
know when you're going to end up with the other shoe.
You got to put yourself in another person's shoes. You got to be more understanding in what they're going through. I mean, I deal with people with mental issues. I'm not an expert with mental health, but I know the basics. I know that people right here are going through some issues, and you just got to be compassionate and understanding and being a good listening ear. So when, I think there's some people out here that there are some good people out here. And you should, not every homeless person are bad. And I think the people in the community needs to start getting to know all these people out here and what's going on with them because they're not getting their needs met and they're acting out irrationally. And I believe they're not getting noticed. They're not getting the proper attention they need. But I've been on the, like I said, I've been on the street for 8 months now. I turned down a place to live for the love of another man, a friend that I care about as a human being, and I care about his safety. Unconditional love for another person that I care about, that's been with me for a year in my life, took him under my wing in my home, and became like a family. I look at him like a son, he looks at me like a dad. Now I'm gonna, even though I ain't a dad, I'm gonna play that role like a dad. You're gonna treat me like a dad, I'm gonna act like a dad. I do care about him, and that's not gonna stop. I will worry about him when he's out there on his own. Right now, he's been gone since 11 o'clock this morning, going to a funeral, and he's not back yet. And I am concerned.
Do you expect him back tonight?
Yes, he's. The last text message I got, he's crying his eyes out.
You know how they say one thing and do another.
Right, right.
But
That's a lot of them out here.
A
And
lot.
a lot of it is drug related that's out here on the streets. There's quite a few of them out here. But I've never dealt drugs myself. Never. They've never seen it. Never dealt it. Don't care to do it. But you bring it around me, you're going to have 3 meals on the cot right where you want to be.
This lady here is one of the ladies I hang out with. We camp out together in the same spot. We look out for each other. We help each other out. And there's another couple of people that, not only my son, he's here. There's another guy named Nathan that hangs out with us, and we.
He's not here right now.
He's not here right now, but we do look out for each other, and we protect each other.
Good.
I'm a peace guy. I try to keep peace, even when altercation comes out. Sometimes the best thing to do is when a guy comes over and he's acting irrational and he's
You can talk to
saying
them.
unseen.
Yeah, you can talk to people.
Sometimes best way to do is not say anything at all.
Sometimes.
But as far as encouragement to y'all, we just need to start loving and looking out for each other, because this is what this is all about.
Love
This is
the
no
message.
joke.
Yeah.
This is real life, and I worry sometimes at night for my safety, but
What
I
about
leave
the
it in
police?
God's hands.
Do what?
What about the police? Did they not come through?
What, the produce?
Not since
Police
we've been
officers.
here.
Oh, the police officers, they do come out and check,
They check
to
on
make
us.
sure that your well-being
Yeah.
and safety is at bay. Because if you're not feeling safe out here, they will talk with you and get outreach counselors out here
Good.
to speak to you and talk to you, more of a one-on-one. I've seen where a lot of them will take them and place them in the hospital for psychiatric treatment to be able to get them on the right medication and be able to get them
But there are
and
services
then
that
follow
will help.
through with every step that they have to do.
Great.
Now, I've been around all walks of life myself, to where I lost my son to an epileptic seizure that took and killed him at the age of 43. I lost
to
my
hear that.
sister just before that. We're talking back-to-back deaths that I dealt with back in Illinois before I came here. So then it became, first my parents died in their 50s. I've outlived them. I'm 60 years old. I got a brother that's 63 now, and he's on his own, drinking and doing whatever. I told him, as long as you're drinking, don't come around me.
Right.
I don't want it. I don't have to tolerate it. And then my sister got hit by a unified school bus in Illinois, which killed her. And then I had my aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews and cousins on down the line that died, that I had to go to their funeral visitation for. And it was all a big blow to my face, and I said, I've had enough. It's time to go and start all over.
And here you are.
And here I am. So that's how that happened. So
One thing about me and my son is I've done turned in all my information as far as getting a place. I'm trying to get a place for me and my son. Now my son do need help with ID, birth certificate. He recently lost his wallet with all his credentials like IDs and birth certificates, but he does need help with that. So we're trying to get to the right people as far as getting his documents he needs so we can get off the streets.
Green Street Church, they do theirs on Wednesdays. You go between the hours of 3 p.m. and 5 p.m.
To get your ID?
Anyone could go there. It's free. Okay, they pay for your birth certificate, your ID, your social security card. Get you signed up on a housing list that will that they can put you on, and then that's the Green Street Church on Wednesdays. Monday is Jeff at the Nashville Public Library. He goes there between the hours of 1 and 3 or 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay, give or take on the hours, but he's there. Now Jeff will come over to the Loaves and Fishes also. Either 1 or 2 days a week he comes over here. He'll do the same thing. Help him out, give you a yearly bus pass. Don't cost you nothing.
And see, these are resources.
These are resources everybody needs to be at these locations to be able to get all this information, to be able to help to get you out. But the yearly bus passes, you cannot hand them off to somebody else and say, here, you could use this.
No, they
have to have their own, and proof of income to get into a lot of the housing projects around here. You have to have the birth certificate, social security card, awards letter if you're on SSI or social security. I've told people, because I had to go through an attorney to get my social security disability, they have to be specialized in the social security field as a lawyer, because you don't pay until you win the case.
Right.
Okay? Those are the types of lawyers that you can get throughout the state of Illinois. Okay? Some states are different, not all states are the same, but you do have to have that awards letter to get into any housing, no matter where you are.
Right.
And if you don't have that awards letter, they're going to say, well, you got to go get it.
8 months ago when I was got kicked out, because a lot of things got out of control, and I lost control of my own home, because a lot of the people that came over disrespected my home and wouldn't listen, wouldn't comply to what my request, and money got stolen. And the one thing that worries me is I got 1 eviction in my file.
Do you have any regrets that you would like to share?
I don't have no regrets.
That's wonderful.
I have no regrets either.
That's excellent.
I mean, everything happens for a reason.